Yo, 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 Big Bossolini, back cooking with what? Gasolini. Thank you guys for pulling up. As you know, you guys been following along. So I'm speaking into the future. So yes, this is pre-recorded. But what you hear is not a test. I'm rocking to the beat. Tell them my age. So, to keep the content going, you know what I'm saying? Make sure there's no gaps in the scheduling. Got to keep my Saturday night live. So, tonight I have a special guest. He's been on the channel multiple times. I think now officially he has been the most returning guest. He had already been on the channel 3 times, the third being recently after he recently crossed 1,000 subscribers. But now it's actually time number 4. And boss is getting old up in age. I didn't have so many YouTubers on, especially great ones. I'm kind of forgetting, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he is the only featured guest to be featured 4 times on the Big Boss channel. And yep, you guessed it, he is Let's Learn Spanish. Hey, what's
What up,
up,
what up,
sir?
what up?
What's up?
How you doing, man? Big Boss takes no loss. Again,
There's no
let me
loss.
start off by saying thank you for having me, man. I've been on here quite a few times. I'm gonna have to start being a co-host on your show now.
Yeah, man. Between you and Razor Ray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even Razor Ray's shout out to him. You know, he's not featured no more. Like I think like technically Razor Ray was only featured like once. Or matter of fact, he was my literal second show, my very first show, October 1st, Friday, October 1st, 2021, was Richie Rich Roll the Tape. Number 1, my very first live stream. That second week, that second Saturday, was Razor Ray's Roll the Tape. And since then, he's been on the channel a million times, but he it wasn't a featured interview. He would just pull up, right? He would just pull up. So yeah, at this point, that's just gonna be you. I don't know if you're gonna be featured no more after this. Anytime after this, you probably won't be featured. You'll just be the co-host. With our co-host,
that'll work.
Let's Learn Spanish.
All right, that'll work for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Technical difficulties out the way. Am I coming across clear? Can you hear me well? You see me good?
Yes, I can hear you very clearly. It's
Okay,
crispy.
good. Same here. Same here. Okay, so all transparency, like I was saying to you, sir, behind the scenes right before I went live, it's another first. Like it really matters, right? But you know, I just give a lot of details and background. This setup is my first setup like this. I'm finally utilizing my good laptop, my Lenovo Legion laptop that I use for my fancy editing. One big problem was this laptop, it wasn't very expensive. I'll tell you, this laptop was about $1,400. I needed it for the editing, right? Because my other laptop, which used to be top of the line 5 years ago in 2017 when I got it, was a gaming. I wasn't even YouTubing then, but I was a gamer, and I still have a gamer at heart. Play my little computer games, and for games, you need a lot of speed, graphics, stuff like that. So it's funny. It ended up being a fairly good laptop for YouTube because being a gaming laptop, it was kind of fast, right? And it had a decent camera. But that was 5 years ago. So now that laptop has been giving me a hell of problems. But I built my channel on that laptop with this little camera. I built my channel on it. Until, like you said, boss takes no loss until he does. Last week, well, and by the time this video shows in the future, right? But as the time of last week, the laptop camera finally went out. And that was a problem because this laptop, even though this laptop, my new editing laptop, camera is not that great. It's actually shit. But I didn't care. I didn't care because I got this one for editing. So I had two laptops. This is the editing laptop, and I had my old gaming laptop for the camera. The camera went out. Blah, 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 blah. Hours later, like, you know, I do a lot of editing on my night job. Shout out to my night job. I also do on my night job. It went out. I didn't care. Whatever. I'm going to worry about it later. I'm going to Thailand and blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't you know, boss luck, hours and hours after that laptop conked out, I get a call from a Colombia number. I answer. And I'm hearing a voice, and the guy said, "You probably trying to figure out who this is, huh?" Who is it? This is Ace, man. I said, Ace? Ace who? Ace Live. I said, Ace Live? I said, yeah. So I hear you didn't sick the dogs out on me, man. You didn't send a couple of big YouTubers after me on your behalf. So you got my attention, Mr. Big Boss. I said, what's up, sir? So I'm in Colombia. I got a little bit of time later today. I said, today? I said, what about this weekend? Nah, boss. I can't be this weekend. So this was like a Thursday. What about tomorrow on Friday? That'd at least give me 24 hours to figure something out.
Right,
nope.
right.
If you want the interview, got to be today. I said, today? I said, well, I'm at work right now. I kind of can't walk up. You are Ace Live, but I can't walk off the job. I said, no. What time you get off? I told him. I said, okay. You get off at that time? At this time, let's set it up. What are you going to do, right?
What you going to do? Let's say, okay.
I said, well, I did it like once or twice before, especially when I was in Mexico. Shout out to Flyboy Way. I did do a whole 5-hour live stream on my phone when I was in Mexico, Tulum, Mexico. I said, sheesh, if I do the live stream with Ace, it's going to have to be on my phone. I don't want to do a live stream with Ace Live on my phone. I said, but hey, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
All right, squeeze it, make lemonade.
Shit. So hours later, so the rest of the day, so I was at work. So I had my laptop with me because I came from the day job. I'm a night job. So the day job, went on the little Canva, shout out to Canva app, put together the little thumbnail, and I slapped that thumbnail together at work in the break room. People are like, what are you doing? And then I had to tell, well, I'm a YouTuber. What? You're a YouTuber? Yeah. So put that together. I programmed it, set it up in StreamYard, made the thumbnail, blah, 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 while I was at work. Got home, set it all up, set up the phone for the StreamYard. And the whole thing was too, I said, okay, it's going to be on my phone. So I don't want it to be like that damn portrait mode on the phone, you know,
right, exactly.
Landscape. So I'm looking at YouTube video while I'm still at work, and everybody has, you know, shout out for YouTube, right? YouTube good for something. And they said how to stream on your phone and blah, blah, blah. And they would turn the phone and everything orientate. But when I do it on the test, it wouldn't reorientate. It was just like that.
Wow.
So blah, blah, blah. Did it, whatever, got it done. Shout out to Ace Live, who's there in Colombia with you. Shout out to Ace Live for that interview. It was epic. It went down. So,
right.
Yeah. That's just a example of real life when shit happens, right? And I should have known. The same, you can't make this up. The same night or day, within the same day, my streaming laptop goes down. I get a random call from Ace Live. Let's go tonight. Wow. Story of my life.
Yeah.
But you're right. Boss technically didn't take a loss because I still did it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You got it done.
Wow. That being said, and going to Thailand, so that gaming laptop is not going to come with me. I had a whole little thing. I said, man, I'm not going to take my good laptop. One, because I don't want to risk taking my good laptop. Two, I don't plan to edit while I'm out there, right? I'm going to grab a lot of footage, so I thought we get into that. But I'm not going to take the good editing laptop because I don't plan to edit. I take the beat-up gaming laptop because it got the camera. Now I'm not going to take that. So I have my phone, and I'll probably live stream on my phone. But I said, what I'm going to do, how come I didn't think of this at first? We in the 21st century. All kind of stuff. I kind of can't show it because I kind of can. How come I didn't think at first just to freaking get a external camera, right?
Right.
That you just plug in, right? USB.
Right.
Okay. How come I didn't think to do that? And so, because that happened, I finally did it. Okay, now here's the picture of it. Right, boom.
Yep.
This is what's
Right on
sitting on
top.
top
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
I ordered it in the mail. Boom,
Good.
easy fix.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
You know, they had them a different price range. This one's like $50. $50 came in the mail. And again, my luck. When this came in? This camera came in
Today.
literally 10 to 15 minutes after I started my live stream last night.
Oh wow, nice.
So after though, whatever. But like so last night, even though this is in the future, whatever, time warp. My Saturday Night Live was with Chocolate Man in Thailand. So I also had to do that whole Saturday night stream also on my phone with Chocolate Man in Thailand. Shout out to Chocolate Man in Thailand. Right now, well, by the time this airs, I should be in Thailand. Shout out Richie Mack. Zoom China pulled up. So here it is. I did that live stream on my phone. About 15 minutes after I started the live stream, the camera came in. But I was already rolling. Got to be careful. So now I got the camera. So blah, blah, blah. It's hooked up now. So you are the first person I'm using with this camera setup on my laptop. Blah, blah, blah. All that talk just to say that. A whole lot of hot air. So, a lot of first. And you're also the first YouTuber to be featured 4 times on my channel. That being said, the interview is about you and what's going on with you with the main Let's Learn Spanish.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing excellent, man. I am, I can't complain, man. I'm doing my thing. I am here. Actually, I'm here right now in Ecuador. I took a month off of being in Colombia, and I came over to Guayaquil, Ecuador. I'm able to go ahead and do basically the same thing I've been doing in Colombia, and it's not like I really had any hiccups or any setbacks with my life, and just continue to teach my classes online, and I'm able to be in another place and see another thing and live in another country.
Oh.
But I'm only going to be here for a month, though. This was a test to see if I really like it or if I would have to choose another country between Colombia and somewhere else. So I'm going to be here for a month. I'll be leaving here the end of June, and I'll be going back to Colombia. But the purpose of it was to, if I don't get a work visa or I don't get a marriage visa, wasn't planning on doing that anytime soon, but to go ahead and be able to have 6 months in Colombia and 6 months in another country that's going to be compatible to the benefits of living in Colombia.
Exactly. You answered it. Great minds think alike. And I was already thinking ahead because of the requirement that per year, if you're not a citizen, you only can live there half a year. You only can live there for 6 months.
Right.
And the other 6 months, you got to get up and go. You ain't got to, but you got to go somewhere. You can't stay here. What they say, you got to leave. You don't got to go home, but you got to leave up out of here.
Right, exactly.
You only can stay in the country for 6 months. Then you got to leave, and that's been a thing you've been dealing with for like the last few years, right? With Colombia.
Well, the last year, the year before, I was fine. I had a work visa.
You had so with the work visa, so the work visa allow you to stay the whole year?
Yeah, work visa allows you to stay as long as the work contract you have, and that was for a year. Yeah, so it's like year by year.
Year by year. So,
yeah.
And you don't know, are obviously you're working on getting a work visa, but you're saying just in case you don't get a work visa.
Yeah, just in case I don't get a work visa, and some of the jobs that I had interviewed for won't be starting until August. So I came to Colombia in January.
So my 6 months.
Yeah, my 6 months would be up in June. So what I did, I left a month early, May, and then I still have that month to accumulate. The time is accumulated through the year.
Okay. So that's the thing too. So obviously, it makes sense. They know how to count, obviously. So when you leave and say gone for a month or 2 months or whatever, you have basically that month reserved in the bank you to use later.
Yes, right, correct. Right.
Obviously,
correct.
That's cool. Yeah. So you played it smart, and so right now you're kind of testing the waters out in other South American countries that is similar
To
to
Colombia.
Colombia.
Correct.
And
Correct.
so, and obviously, I think I know, but this is your interview. So, what are some of your? What is the criteria for the main Let's Learn Spanish for a host country? What do you look at when you go to these other South American countries to scout them out to see if they be viable for you for 4, 5, 6 months? What are some of your main criteria you look at in these host countries?
Okay. Number one, the first thing is the internet connection, the Wi-Fi connection.
Boom, number one
Yeah, because I
and two
have
and three.
to. Right. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Right. Because I have to be able to connect and deliver my classes to my clients and my students. So it has to be a superior internet with high speed. Has to be no hiccups, no power outages, no rolling blackouts, none of that nonsense. And it has to be, that's the first thing. The second thing is the cost of living. If I want to spend $2,000 a month on rent, I might as well stay in the States and do what I was doing previously and make that kind of money. I'm right now, my living, I'm not retired. I am an independent contractor, you could say. I'm an independent person, what you call it, they call it digital nomad,
Mhm.
but I'm an independent person. So I have to basically find my clients who are my students to earn a check. So I got to chase that money.
Wow. Shout out to you, man.
Right, right. So internet, cost of living, and quality of life, safety issues, and infrastructure. Infrastructure is a good transportation system because I'm not going to be buying a car everywhere I go. I had a car in the States, I gave it away because I honestly, at this point in life, I got tired. I was living in Atlanta, and I don't know if anybody knows anything about the traffic or driving in Atlanta. I got tired of it, so I wanted a good. I want to be in a place where it has good public transportation that can get me efficiently. And most South American countries do have InDriver and Airbnb, so that's fine. I'm sorry, not Airbnb, but Uber, as far as
Yes, they
transportation
do.
is concerned. Yes, and health-wise, health insurance, doctor visits, dental visits. A dental cleaning cost me in Colombia was $13 to get it. You every just they say go every 6 months for your cleaning. So that's $13 to get my teeth cleaned and checked out, make sure I don't have any cavities. I don't eat anything that would cause cavities or major damage to my teeth, thank goodness. So yeah, that's one thing. It's procedures. I don't have any major procedures I may need. I may need, dermatologist here and there or chiropractic, but other than that, yeah, the cost of those things are important to me as well.
Okay.
And the weather. Listen, originally I grew up in the north of United States, and I had to shovel snow and cold winter. I'm done with that stuff. No more, no mas. You
No
can have
more.
it all. You can look at the pretty snow all you want to. I'll send you my ticket or however you want to go in the wintertime and live up there. You can have it. I'll trade you. I'm not going back to cold weather or winter weather anymore. So I got
Anymore.
to be right. So I got to be careful how far south I go in South America because the
Mm-hmm.
seasons they'll have the same seasons. They just be at opposite times of the year.
Right. Yeah. Right. That is. I found that very interesting about travel. Like some of the countries we go to, it makes sense when you think about it. Like a lot of clueless Americans, right? Hey, it's summertime. It's summertime. I'm gonna fly down to South America. You fly right into somebody else's winter. It's
Yeah.
summer. It's summer here in the States, and it's winter somebody else.
Right.
It's summer in the
Exactly.
States. It's the monsoon rainy season somewhere else. You know.
Exactly.
So it's about that thing of doing some research before you go. The country and the region, how close or far from the equator, what's the weather like during those months too? Also, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
The elevation of sea level, all that stuff.
Exactly. Yep. Elevation is important too because you can be near the equator, but if you got a higher elevation, you're going to be cold and chilly.
Cold and chilly, and that plays with the health, the breathing, the heart, the lungs, all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in the wintertime, it was hard for me to breathe. My sinuses had issues, and when the air got real cold and dry.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't do
Mm.
wintertime anymore.
Wow. Okay. Let's see if boss is paying attention. Number one, it's the internet. Number two, cost of living. Number three, was number three the safety issue? I think number 3 was safety.
Yeah, safety infrastructure.
Safety. And then 4, okay, I thought 4 was infrastructure, right?
Okay, safety infrastructure 4. Okay.
Okay. And then 5 was the weather.
Well, number 5 was medical health.
You did say that. See, that went over my head. Dang, how did I miss that? Number 5 was medical and health. 6 was the weather.
Exactly.
And we're gonna say 7 is hot water.
Oh yeah, that's not even a question. That's not even a question. You're not.
That's like 1A, huh?
Exactly. That's
like 1A.
That's like a basic. It's like saying they got oxygen to breathe. You better have hot water. I've done my time for 8 months without hot water. I won't do it again.
Yes, sir.
I don't care how hot it is outside. That water coming out that pipe is cold.
That water better be hot too. Yeah, so that's the thing with you being on my channel. Time number 4. Being on your 4th time, Balls. I kind of remember some of your previous iterations on the channel. Yeah. And you were saying you spent about 8 months. What was the name of that city?
Ooh, Cucuta, Colombia.
Cucuta. Yeah, see, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah. Cucuta, Colombia. And that was during the pandemic, right? You were kind of trapped there, right?
Yes, I was trapped there during the pandemic. Well, I could have taken. I could have.
People would say it's hot outside.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not outside.
I'm not outside. Sheesh, Louise. Okay, that's what's up. And you there? So how long have you been? And you might have said it. Indulge me. How long have you been in Ecuador right now?
It was going on 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks Tuesday. It's coming
2 weeks Tuesday.
Yeah.
And that's when I leave. And you're gonna stay for another 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I'll stay for another 2 weeks till the 28th.
To the 28th. Wow, yes. You know what? Wow, that's interesting. That's literally my trip to Thailand. I leave June 14th, which is Tuesday, and then I'm leaving Thailand 2 Tuesdays from there, June 28th, which is also a Tuesday. Okay. And the thing about Thailand, when you travel to Asia, I found this out on my first and only trip back in 2019. When you leave Asia to come back, you go back in time, you arrive on the day you left. And I normally always tend to leave on a Tuesday for whatever reason. I leave on Tuesdays. I remember back even 2019, whatever date that was in November, I left on Tuesday and I got back in the States on Tuesday. I'm like, wow. Yeah. So shout out. Time travel, right? Yeah, this travel thing is pretty amazing, man. This travel thing is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's lovely.
So you say to Ecuador, yes. Right? And Ecuador, you're gonna stay there for a month. You've been there 2 weeks, another 2 weeks, but you still have a whole lot of months left in a year. So what are some of the other countries on the short list that you're looking at?
2 other countries, Panama and Brazil. Right.
And Brazil.
And Brazil, yeah.
Yeah, you ain't going to leave Brazil, buddy.
So I've been told.
Yeah, but even though exactly when you go there, you're still there, for your mission to teach Spanish and everything. But we know Brazil is one of the few or only South American countries that have their own, they're doing their own thing. That's crazy. Right. Everybody else from Mexico on down, Spanish, but Brazil, Portuguese.
Well, there's a few countries on the northern coast side. You have Suriname and you have Guyana, and French Guyana.
And their main language is what? French.
French Guyana is French, and I think it's a French Creole. You have Guyana English, and then Suriname English because they were set up by English colonies. And there's another one. I'm not exactly sure. It may have been a Dutch colony, or that may be some island area over off the South American coast.
Okay, so
most of the country, most of the country, like you said, Spanish speaking.
It's gonna be 90-ish%. But thank you for the breakdown. There is a little sprinkle here and there. French and Dutch, but the big one, Portuguese.
Portuguese.
And you're learning that as well. Obviously, you're not as proficient yet as Spanish, Mr. Sensei, master teacher of Spanish, but you're also quickly learning Portuguese as well, correct?
Sim. Eu não falo português. Eu falo espanhol.
Yes, him. I need to. It's funny. Myself, I was learning. I was taking Portuguese classes more than Spanish. But like again, one of these days, before one of us dies, boss is going to pay to learn Spanish. And when I pay someone to learn Spanish, it's going to be you. I'm gonna
All
spend
right,
my
all right,
hard-earned money with Let's Learn Spanish.
all right. I'll be waiting for you, man.
Yeah, just take it to the bank before I die. Before you die, bucket list.
All right,
Before that, though, I was prioritizing Portuguese because I love Brazil, man. I love
right, right.
Brazil. Shout out to Jordan, our fellow travel mate, Jordan. Jordan been on the channel. Jordan has been featured about 3 times. Jordan is in the process of becoming an actual Brazilian citizen.
Nice,
He should be a citizen sometime before the end of this year. He should be an actual citizen. Um,
nice.
right. And so in my mind, in the future, that's why I see myself moving and being a Brazilian citizen.
Okay.
But it pays to learn Spanish because a lot of the world still speaks Spanish,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I would like to be trilingual,
All right,
learn
all right.
Spanish and Portuguese. That's what's up. So on the short list, outside of Ecuador, where you're at now, you said Brazil and where else?
Uh, Suriname. Oh, you
Suriname.
mean where? Oh, you mean where I want to go?
Yeah, where you want to go on the short list?
Panama.
Panama. You said that.
Right.
Panama. Okay, Panama and Brazil. Okay, what about Costa Rica? Well, no, that's going to be kind of pricey to stay, right? Or
Yeah.
cost of living.
Not only that. Not only that. Costa Rica, from what I've been hearing from the reports, has been too Americanized.
Mm-hmm. And the
If I
whole
if I want if I want the American flavor, the American lifestyle, just stay in the States.
hello, boom. You're right. It's a whole freaking point, right? That's what's up. Um, so it's like you say, it's a trip of these different countries, obviously, right? Every country they have a right for their own whatever, there's their country, their
Right.
rules. Different countries have different rules for citizenship.
Right.
Like so, I believe you said before the other times you've been on the channel and just to talk in the travel groups because a lot of guys are interested in living in Colombia. There are only a few paths to citizenship in Colombia,
Right. Right.
whereas Brazil has a path, and it's kind of a lengthy path. But in Colombia, there's only a few limited, real, actual paths to citizenship, like
Right. Right.
marriage, obviously, right? If you marry
Right.
a
Marriage.
Colombian,
Yeah.
and what about having a child? If you have a child, but you're not married to the mom, this is a baby mama, but you sire a child, would that
Mhm.
give you citizenship?
Well, it gives you residency. So there's steps. You have to get your residency, and then you
Okay,
get citizenship after a certain amount of time of residency.
okay,
So you will get a visa, a permanent resident visa, if you do have a child in Colombia.
okay.
Now, I'm not sure how many years after that having that permanent resident visa where you get the option to citizenship.
Hmm.
But that is one option. Like I said, if you marry a Colombian citizen, then you get residency, and then I think after 5 years you get the option of citizenship too as well.
Option after
Hmm.
5 if you stay married for 5 years. Okay.
Yes.
So what if you? I'm just throwing it out there. You get married,
Uh huh.
and it's 6-7 years. You have the option. You exercise the option. You get your citizenship, and you say, "Wife, I divorce you." What happened to the citizenship?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think they take it away. I don't think you get it taken away at that point because, like anywhere in other countries, if you're a citizen, then you're a citizen,
You're a citizen,
unless you renounce it, unless you personally renounce it. But
right?
that's a good question. I'll do more research on that, but I don't think they just take it away. Now,
Right.
if you divorce before you get your citizenship, then that visa becomes null, and then yeah, right, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta say, because you know, hey, they do it. They do it to us in America all the time, man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Come over here with the work visa, with the student visa, then the green card, then they learn some American stuff about the presidents and chopping down apple trees and the Pledge of Allegiance, and they swear become a citizen, they get married, and then guess what? I divorce you. I'm going for my own kind. That guy I said was my cousin was really my boyfriend all this time, and I'm gonna marry him. Or that guy I said was my cousin was really my husband the whole time, and so I'm gonna bring him over. So I'm gonna divorce you, and I want half. I want half.
I want half, Eddie. Give me half.
Give me half, Eddie. Oh my goodness, yeah. So, hey man, hey, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
Right.
And that's real talk. Okay.
That's real talk.
Ecuador for 2 weeks. Mr. Squeaky Clean with the Clean channel, the education channel about teaching people Spanish and all of that. What do you care to divulge on my channel, on my algorithm? A little real talk about the lady scene and the dating scene in Ecuador. First, have you had time to explore or research the dating, the romance, the lady scene in Ecuador? You only been here 2 weeks.
Right, I only been here 2 weeks. Yeah. So, well, basically, it's kind of the same as in Colombia, but honestly, this is my opinion. Of course, some people are going to disagree. The concentration of beauty is not going to be as good as in Colombia. From what I've seen, boots on the ground, walking around. I think this city, Guayaquil, is the biggest city of Ecuador with 4 million people. As far as
I was going to ask that too. I was going to ask because also, we have to kind of get our mind when we talk about a country. We also got to talk about the city in the area because a country is a country. So in the country of Ecuador, the city you're in again is what? What city?
Guayaquil.
And Guayaquil is a large city with about 4 million people.
It says as of 2019 it was 2.7 million people.
Almost 3 million. And that was 2017? 2019. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. 2019, about 3 years ago, was almost 3 million. So yeah. Okay. So it's a big city.
Right. It's a big city. It is a big city.
And that's why you chose it for infrastructure and internet and things like that.
Right. And temperature wise, Quito is 2 million. So that's a little bit smaller than Guayaquil. Quito is 2 million. That's the capital.
That's the capital.
But then the elevation is higher, so it's going to be colder there.
So it's a trip, again, back to one of my earlier questions, the calculus that goes into choosing a country and a city within the country. Again, the internet, the infrastructure out of order, the medical, the weather, the elevation, all these things that go into choosing a particular place.
Right.
Exactly. And funny, in those criteria, we didn't quite say the women folk, because we're there for the money, man. We're there for the money, not really for the honey, man.
The women are going to come. The women are going to come. They're going to be there.
Well, you know what they say: you make the money, you're gonna get the honey, one way or another. The women gonna come.
Right.
Somebody said, focus on purse first, ass last.
Right.
You gotta get that money, man. Model, get the money, you're gonna get the honey. Okay, so in the city that you're in, about close to 3 million people in that city. You said from what you see so far in only 2 weeks, right? From what you see so far, the average level of beauty on the ground is inferior to what you've seen in Colombia, especially Medellin, Colombia.
Well, especially Cali and Cartagena.
Ooh, yeah, Cali and Cartagena. Yeah.
Because depending on what you're looking for, my opinion is the city that has the most beautiful women in Colombia would be Cartagena to me. Another thing is
that makes sense. It makes sense. Well, it's touristy, so I believe there's a lot of transplants in Cartagena. They all converge on Cartagena, for opportunities.
Right. And I've met a few women in Medellin, and I said, "Where you from?" The type of women I like. I said, "Where you from?" And they said, "Oh, I'm from Cartagena, the coast." Cali and Cartagena. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't been, but from information is information, right? What I tend to gather is even a lot of the Cartagena women are really more so Cali women, in Cartagena, right?
Yeah.
It's very nearby. True. Yeah. So I mean, what they say, like some places, the people there are not really born there, right? I mean,
Exactly.
they might be there now, and they be there now for money and financial reasons,
Right.
right?
Right.
Opportunity, but they're not born there. So I tend to think a lot of the Cartagena ladies are from Cali, and they go there to work their trade. Okay, so that being said, so as you think about that, I think about Lima, Peru. Shout out to Check and Effect. Check and Effect kind of put Lima on my radar. And
Ooh, I've been there.
you been there? You have?
Yeah, I've been there. I was there last year around. Let's see, was it this time last year or was it the year before? So in 2020, I think it was 2000. Yeah, 2000. I was there around that time. This time last year. Yeah, Lima, Peru.
Lima, Peru. So before I finish my statement, then, Mister, you've been there. What are your observations on Lima, Peru? Go.
It's not for me. I would not put it as far as if you're going somewhere looking for beautiful women, don't go there for that. You'll be highly disappointed. Of course, people are going to say, "Oh, I've seen beautiful women in Lima, Peru." I mean, you're going to see beautiful women everywhere.
Venezuelan transplants.
Most of the beautiful women I've come into run across were from Venezuela in Lima, Peru. So as far as the concentration of beauty, I mean, people will go to a country or city and say, "Hey, look at all these beautiful women," and start showing you pictures. But then ask them, out of those 100 pictures you show me, what's the population of that city you're in?
Right.
That's what you have to consider.
Exactly. Okay. So, but outside of the women factor of Lima, Peru, shout out to Lima, Peru as a country. What are some of the other criteria? Would it meet any other criteria outside of the women? The
yes,
internet, the safety, infrastructure, weather, elevation, hot water, cold water. I mean,
right. I was there. I had hot water. The internet, yes, it was fine. It was functioning greatly. And the food, Lima, Peru, I would give Peru a higher rating on the food palette level than I would to Colombia. Ecuador. Yeah, Colombia and Ecuador. Yeah. Now there's some great places to find food in Colombia. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but Lima, Peru, the fusion of Asian food, seafood, and indigenous spices and stuff like that. That was the food there is amazing. Ecuador is almost on par with Lima, Peru, but it's a step above the Colombian food, the typical Colombian food I find. Right.
I think everywhere is above Colombian food. In boss opinion, man. You're going to agree to disagree. To me, Colombian food is trash. But now, you know what? I have heard, but I haven't been. I have heard that Cartagena food is better, and Cali food and Barranquilla. The coastal, where it's more melanated and black and Afro-Colombian, season and spice the food up. Right. But that Medellin food and Medi, trash. The boss. That's my opinion. And people can feel the way they fucking want to feel. But to me, Medellin food is trash. Bogota food ain't that much better. It's like a half a step better at Bogota. I haven't been to Cartagena yet. And with those prices, for you know what, I don't know if I'm ever going to make it. I'm going to make it eventually because it's on the bucket list. I have to go at least once.
Right, you got to go at least once.
Yeah, at least once. I got to go to Cartagena at least once. And then I can make an informed decision because I always get on people. Everyone do it, and even my hypocrite ass, I do it sometimes, right? And I get on people speaking on things in places you haven't been. If you haven't been, so that's one thing. But the other things, is kind of like common knowledge, logic, whatever. But to have a definite, right? To have a definite opinion, and even then at the end of the day, it's just your opinion. Yeah, it's your opinion. But even to have a definite opinion, you really can't stand on a soapbox and preach it with an exclamation point if you haven't fucking been.
Exactly.
You can have a theory, you can have like a light opinion, but it really can't be confirmed until you boots on the ground.
Exactly.
Until then, it's just a theory. Well, I heard what everybody says in the WhatsApp group. Everybody says on YouTube. Everybody. Okay, but have you went?
Exactly. Have you
So
went?
so I'll withhold that opinion for Cartagena and
Okay.
Barranquilla and Cali. But for Medellin food is trash, and Bogota is a little bit better. But yeah, that. So you say Lima, Peru food is better than Colombia food, and you
Right.
say Ecuador food is a little better than Lima, Peru food.
No, it's below Lima, Peru, above Colombia, so it's in second place.
Second place.
Right.
First place is Lima
Right. Right. The food, yes.
in food, but then in women, last place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
In women, Lima is under Ecuador,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
It
Ecuador
is.
is kind of low. Wow. Okay, so now so that's concentration majority.
Right.
Have you seen like one rare stallion like needle in a haystack? Have you seen one stunner so far?
I've seen a
It's only
couple. I've
two
seen a
weeks. It's
couple.
only 2 weeks.
I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple. I've seen a
Okay,
couple.
you've seen a couple,
Yeah,
but
I've seen a couple.
obviously not the majority.
Right. No, 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 not the majority.
Not the
Let's
majority.
not get it twisted. Someone comes here for 5 days or 2 weeks and they show you a bunch of Tinder photos and say, "Hey, they got beautiful women here." What's the population? How many women did they show you? Did they show remember this is almost 3 million? Did they show you
Yeah,
at least
right.
did they show you at least 1 million women? That's 1/3.
A third?
No, they didn't.
No.
They showed you no more than 100. So that's not even
Nah,
a
they
20th.
it won't even be 30. They'll show you three,
Exactly.
4, 5, or 6, and that's
Exactly.
probably from real far out, right? You know, in the apps, 100 miles away, 80 miles away, 70
Yeah.
miles away. You know, you
Yeah.
kind of got to ship them in country flight or a long ass bus ride in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they weigh in the outskirts in the village or town somewhere up in the mountains.
Right.
Yeah, I know how the stuff go. Right on. So that's walking around on the street. You know, this is the Big Ball Channel. That's walking around on the street. What you can see, boots on the ground. What about? So my next thing was going to be, what about if you do expand it from what you can see on the street? If you expand it to apps, does it get a little better with the apps?
Well, my personal opinion, no.
Damn. Oh man.
That's my personal opinion. No, it won't get better than that.
It don't get better. The app's supposed to make everything better, right? I mean, because at least it expands the reach. You know, you only can, you go from 5, 10, 15, 20 miles regular, but the app will push it to 30, 40, 50 miles, and you just bust them in.
But you're not just
you gotta expand that to a whole nother country.
Because you're not just expanding the kind that you find attractive. You're expanding all.
Right, you got to weed through.
You got to weave through.
Man, well, the main thing is money first. You know, honey last. We about that bag. We about making money. The other stuff is gonna come. You know, the ladies, the women's gonna come. The main thing is about building up yourself, building up your brand, building up your portfolio, stacking your chips, making that money. That's the main thing.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
The women are a byproduct. And worse come to worse, when it's time to play and get frisky, you can always take a flight somewhere.
You can always take a flight somewhere, right?
Always take a flight when it's time to let off some steam. And like boss say, bust it up. And then when you get back, grind, make that money.
Exactly.
That being said, boss, I'm about to take that flight, man. So like I say, this is kind of weird talking into the future because again, this interview we're having right now. Thank you for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. By the time I air this video, I should still be in Thailand, and most likely, I am. When I air it, I'm gonna be in the chats. You probably will be too, because when it premiered, as it premiered, we're gonna be in the chats.
Right.
Yeah, talking shit in the chat. So that's gonna be fun. Kind of very interactive. But too bad this right. It's not live right at this moment. But
right, that would be interesting because then we could answer questions that people are asking. Because I'm sure
exactly.
They got a lot of questions about Ecuador.
Well, you still could do that, but in the chats, right? So,
Right.
like I
Do that
say,
in the chat.
yeah, if you follow in the chats as people asking questions, you just ask so and so. So that it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interactive. You know.
Right. Right.
Hey, ball. I need some bullets in the chamber, man. I need some bullets in the chamber. To keep my slot, man. You know, the wolves be hungry, man.
Yeah.
Boss on vacation. Boss on vacation. So that mean that Saturday open. No, it ain't. Paul. Now, it probably ain't gonna be no 5 hours. That's where you get lucky. It ain't gonna be no 5 hours. You know, if I'm live, oh, I cook with gas, man.
I know. I've been there. I've seen it.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. If I'm live,
I fell asleep. I fell asleep like this one time.
Yep. Woke back up, and I'm still going. But on the pre-recorded, obviously, because even on my Saturday Night Lives, when I have a featured guest like you, who's been on many a times, when I have a featured guest, the featured guest portion is normally I ask at least 45 minutes to an hour. A lot of the guys give me an hour and a half. Some guys even give me 2 hours. But at some point, the featured guest step down.
Right.
And I keep cooking. So even if the featured guests give me an hour and a half, maybe close to 2 hours, I still might go another 3 or 4 hours. So I have a 5, 6, 7 hour stream, but the featured guest was only the first hour or two, and I go like hours after just cooking. But at that point, you know, I drop the link, I bring up random people, or I bring up shout out to OG, I bring up OG, I bring up regular people. We keep it going, we keep it interactive. So this time, it's just only going to be you, me and you. So whenever we end this. So I don't know how much more time I got with you. As always, when you got good people, you got good energy, time just flies, man. Even right now, we're at 45 minutes right now. But it doesn't really seem like, at least to me.
Right. Just like you said, time flies, and especially when you got good content.
When you got good content, when you got good people, when you got good chemistry, good energy, we're at like 45 minutes. And I can keep going for a little while longer. I don't know how much more time you got. I really wanted to get you on because that's right.
Boots on the ground in Ecuador.
Yeah. In the travel groups, you had said that you were in Ecuador. I said, Ecuador? What are you doing in Ecuador? I said, you know what? My YouTube brain kicked in. Got to get you on the channel. You know, anytime a guy and so also your first time in Ecuador?
Yeah, it's my very first time in Ecuador. So that's another stamp in the passport.
Wow. Very first time in Ecuador. So I said, I got to get you on the channel. And then two, I kind of wanted to wait a few days, a week or so for you to be in the country, even though I know you're there taking care of business, you're there working and everything. But I wanted you to have enough time in the country to have some kind of input. So that's what's up. So you've been there for 2 weeks, and you're going to be there for another 2 weeks.
Correct.
You're going back to Colombia, and then after there, it's going to be between Brazil and Panama.
Right, exactly. Well, once I get back to Colombia, now, like you said, my computer was acting up, so now I got to go back to the States to get a new one. So I'm gonna go back, get me a new computer, new pair of shoes. There's one thing that's going to be difficult in South America. If you're a taller guy with bigger feet, good luck on finding a pair of shoes. I wear 13s, and I'm in 2 different countries, and they don't have them.
Nope.
And then when I did find a couple of pair of shoes in Colombia that were my size, they wanted like $200. I said, I'm not paying. Yeah, I said, I'm not paying $200 for that. I'll just fly back to the States, stock up on some supplies I need, and get me my shoes in the States.
Right. Get a couple of pair and bring them back.
A couple of pairs. Exactly.
You know, and that's something to speak on too. A lot of the little tiny things that you kind of overlook when you're living abroad, when you're living overseas, some of the smaller things like trying to shop and buy clothes, because in a lot of countries, right? I mean, shout out to these countries. Everybody is different. Everybody got strengths and weaknesses. We're all different. Our differences make us unique. But let's be real. Some of these countries, some of the people have certain builds. They're only so tall. They're only so big, you know, from their diet, from their elevation, from whatever. So you being a 6 foot plus or 200 pound or 180, 190, 6 foot, 5'10" black man or whatever, you know, trying to buy clothes, you're like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Good luck with that. Good
Wow.
luck with that.
Good
So
luck.
I'm gonna go ahead and stock up on my supplies, and then I'm back to South America.
Back to South America. So when you go to the States, how long are you going to stay in the States?
Well, I plan to stay on there for about 2 weeks, unless one of my brothers, yeah, unless one of my brothers be like, "Hey, I got some debaucheries to get us into." I'd be like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah. We're always down for the debauchery.
Yeah, I'm down
Especially
for some
to
debauchery.
spice things up, right? Because hey, you got to treat yourself. Yes,
Right.
we work hard, we make money, we do what we're supposed to do. But hey, sometimes a man got to do what a man got to. I'm still a man at the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
At the end of the day, still a man.
exactly.
And our boss is gonna blow off a whole lot of steam in Thailand. And again, transition with my time warp, with my Dr. Strange Green time stone, going back and forth, transitioning to now, to speaking to the future, to when this airs, to where I'm going to be when this airs. I'm gonna be in Thailand, and just so you know, I'm talking to the future self. Gonna bust it up. Yeah, man. Fact, yeah, because yeah. So I'm gonna air this soon. If I don't like now the day we're talking now, if not this coming Saturday, Saturday Night Live, it'll be the following Saturday Night Live. So within a week or two, this will air, and of course I'll let you know. You'll see, you'll follow along, and
Right.
when this does premiere on my channel, we both can be in the comments, following along. That's what's up. So it's going to be a trip back to me when I am in Thailand, physically in Thailand. Um, it's a lot farther than South America.
Yes,
America,
yes.
South America. It's on the other side of the world.
Hmm.
For me here in Cali, where I'm going to be, it's going to be 14-hour difference.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not 12, but 14. So 12 plus two more. So whatever the AM PM, you do the AM PM switch and add two.
And that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and add two. So so if it's 10 PM here in Cali, it's going to be, you got the 10 AM,
Uh-huh.
add two, then it's noon, right?
Right,
And
right.
so I kind of worked out the kinks. Shout out to dealing with Richie Mack Zoom to Thailand, having him on so much. It finally got to my head how the actual time difference from California, and even then America, right? Because you got Cali time, Pacific. You got the Midwest. You got East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. I think America. Do we have 4 time zones or 3 time zones in America? I know
Four, yes, four.
we have 4.
Eastern.
Pacific. Were you going from Eastern,
Hmm.
Eastern, New York,
Central.
Central,
Mountain.
Mountain, Colorado, Mountain,
And
and then Pacific.
right.
I always forget Mountain. I always forget Mountain.
Yes.
I
Sometimes we
skip
get blended.
Colorado. I skip
Yeah.
Colorado, the Rocky Mountains, right?
Right,
To
right.
me, it's Pacific, California, then it's Texas in the middle, uh,
Hmm.
Central, and then it's Eastern Standard, but that is called New York time. But yeah,
Right,
we have
right.
Mountain time. Shout out to Colorado. Yeah, we have four time zones. But my particular time zone in the States, which is Pacific, California Pacific, Thailand is going to be 14 hours.
Okay.
14 hours.
10 plus
So
2. Oh,
plus yeah,
sorry,
well, no,
12
yeah.
plus 12 plus 2.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, 12. That's how I remember it. 12 plus 2. To make the conversion. 12
Okay.
plus 2. The AM PM switch, because I call it the 12, the AM PM switch
Mm.
plus 2.
Okay.
So most likely I might air this, and no offense, this is not going to be super long. Hopefully we can go a little bit longer, get a little more mileage out of this. But
Right,
obviously
right.
this is not going to be 3, 4, 5 hours, right?
Right,
And so
right.
because this is not going to be very long, I might start this a little later. My Saturday Night Live for my Cali time, I tend to start at 7 p.m. for me, which is 10 p.m. for New York time, right?
Right.
But I won't really start this at 7. I might start this at 8 p.m. my time. So if I start this at 8 p.m. Cali, it'll be 11 p.m. for New York.
Mhm.
But if it's 8 p.m. Cali, 8 p.m., then 8 a.m. plus 2, it'll be 10 a.m. So it'll be 10 a.m. in Thailand. So I'll be in Thailand 10 a.m., but it's going to be 8 p.m., at weird. So basically right after breakfast. Right after breakfast, I'll be watching this.
So that means it'll be 10. That means it'll be 10 p.m. here.
Oh,
So we'd
okay.
be on it. So it's a 12-hour difference there.
Right, 12 hours. Yeah, you just take away the 2, right? Yeah,
Right,
you take away the 2.
Right,
But for me, it's 14. It's a 12 plus 2. You just take away the 2. It just be the 12.
right.
So it'll be boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's what's up. So what I might do, now I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud, with you. I'm thinking when I air, like especially my 2 pre-recordeds I have set up for those 2 Saturdays I'll be gone. When I air it, since I know the time, and my pre-recorders are not going to be very long, right? Hour and a half, whatever. I'm thinking of setting up in the StreamYard to go live right after the pre-recorded live, if that makes sense, right?
Right. After the pre-recorded live, it does make sense. Yeah.
Nice.
After
our premiere the pre-recorded live for an hour and a half, 2 hours. After the pre-recorded live premieres, I go live from Thailand, 10 a.m. in the morning. Well, by that point, it might be kind of noon. Like, yeah, that makes sense. 12 noon. It's noon, 12 noon in Thailand. For you guys, it's 10 p.m., 11 p.m., 12 midnight, whatever. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. Figure it out. Follow along. Follow the bouncing ball. So,
right, nice.
Mr. Let's Learn Spanish.
Yes, sir.
Your channel. How is your channel coming along? Because I know you also have to balance, like me myself, on our paying jobs with the YouTube job. As long as with your traveling, with your clients, with you teaching Spanish to your clients and trying to grow your channel. How's your channel coming along? How is that challenge? What can we expect from your channel? New content, new videos, live stream. Remember, you got to start going live, man. You want those
yes. I'm going to start. That's right. I'm going to start doing live stream now as in celebration for my reaching a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to start doing a live English class and a live Spanish class. I just got to figure out what time I'm going to coordinate to do it. And I'm going to do it live. So if you have any questions, anything, comments, and you tune into the live class, boom, I'll answer them for you. I'll have a few subjects that I'll go over. But always remember, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the live. So I'll be doing that as in a celebration of reaching my 1,000 subscriber milestones. I'm going to start doing more editing and putting out more videos on the channel as well. And this is going good for me. It's exciting to see it grow because I didn't think I would get to this point. I just said, okay, I'll be here and there. I'll do my little things every here. But now the more you grow, the more you get into it, and you're like, oh, I got to do this video. I got to edit that video. I got to put that video out. So eventually, it becomes like a part-time job till it becomes a full-time job, and it's pretty amazing. It's interesting. I like it. I didn't really think I would be doing this because originally I went to school for electrical engineering, but here I am, and I like it.
You're a YouTuber now.
Right, exactly.
You are a YouTuber.
Yes, exactly.
You have 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers. You are a YouTuber.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Welcome to the game.
Yeah.
Now it's game time. Now it starts.
Right. Exactly. Now it starts. Now it's the rookie season. So let me put my stats up, so I can get that contract for season 2.
There you go, season 2.
Yeah.
And the weird little cocoon stage, gray area stage, where you are a certified YouTuber, 1,000 subscribers, or you not quite monetized, but you will. That's coming as soon as you get to 4,000 watch hours.
Right,
you will be very soon. We're going to claim it, and especially when you first get monetized, but that really don't mean much because you're not really making no money, and you're not full time yet, and you still have to work the day job to pay your bills.
Right.
So now you got to balance. Because you have to work your real job to get money to pay bills and eat. But you also have to find time to put into YouTube or it will never grow.
Exactly.
At some point,
it grow.
You have to dig in and sacrifice and crunch. sleep, a little bit of time from your day job, definitely private life or social life, is going to have to take some inward sacrifice. You know what they say? You have to take 1, 2, 3 steps back to launch 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 steps forward. Right?
Right. Exactly.
You're gonna have to take some steps back. You're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to crunch, because if you don't, you'll never propel.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
it's not just gonna come. So, but at the same time, you also have to work. You have to
Yes.
make an
Yes, you
income,
do.
right?
Exactly. Yo, that's
And you
right.
have to do YouTube. Yeah. You got to find time. You got to make time.
Right.
There's no excuses. There's
If you
no
want this,
excuses.
right, if you want that flower to blossom, you got to water that garden.
You got to. You can make excuses, but then you'll be like, no offense, I won't say names. You'll be like other YouTubers that be on the platform for years, many years and moons, and they never grow.
Right. Right.
And
Exactly.
it's okay. And for some people that's fine, because everybody do it for different reasons. Some people do it as a hobby.
Right.
And if you do it as a hobby, fine, you do it as a hobby. Some people do it as something to vent, right? Just creatively, just to vent something, to channel creative energies just for whatever. That's fine
Right.
too. Some people
Exactly.
do it, to as a journal, like and nowadays, thank God for technology, as a digital electronic journal of your life, to chronologize your
Exactly.
life.
Exactly.
Other people do it because they want little extra money on the side. They realize it is a way to make some kind of passive income, pennies on the dollar. It's a way to supplement some income, extra money on the side. But some people have visions of grandeur. They want to blow up. They want their channel to be big. They want to be fully monetized. They want to be full time. They want $5,000 checks, $10,000 checks, $20,000 a month checks, whatever. They want to be swimming in the cash,
Right.
straight
Ain't
up,
nothing wrong with that.
straight up, cash machine, cha-ching, cha-ching,
Right.
YouTubing, get paid from talking. God damn, making videos, live streaming, whatever, to have a fully monetized channel, to get paid from talking. 5, 10, 15, $20,000 a month, 6 figures a year, $200,000, $300,000, down here $1,000,000. Shut up, man. Kevin Samuels hit the bag, man. R.I.P. man. Before he went
Yeah.
out of here, they say Social Blade, right? On Social Blade,
Uh-huh.
conservatively, they say he was pulling 3 million
Nice.
off
Nice.
YouTube.
That's excellent.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
excellent.
They
Yeah.
say something like yeah, easy, like 300,000 a month. Something
Mm.
crazy. Man, shout out to lead attorney, man. I'm not pocket watching. And shout out to Pocket Watching with JT. I said it because the name is the channel. And lead attorney, he put out his earnings. Shout out to lead attorney. He put out
Uh-huh.
his earnings. He put out his earnings when he had I believe when he had 10,000. I know he put out his earnings when he had 25K. He put out his earnings when he had 50K subscribers. He skipped to 75, and he put out his monthly earnings when he reached 100,000 subscribers. And I know when he was at 50K, 50,000 subscribers, he was pulling over 20K a month.
Nice.
A
Nice.
month at 50K subs. When he hit 100K, 100,000 subscribers, he was pulling down 50,000 a month.
Dang.
Some people make
Nice.
that in a year. Some people make 50, 60K a year. Lee was making 50,000 a month at 100. Now the man is over 150K, he's like 170K sub, and he ain't putting out no more. Yeah, I guess at this point you get the point, you get the picture, right?
Exactly.
You don't have to show you every single penny. Just know
Exactly.
the last time he did, months ago, when he was at 100K subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, he was bringing in about 50K a month. Now he's at 170 something K subscribers. Man, so I say this to say, shout out to the YouTubers who their content is to help new and upcoming struggling YouTubers. Like one guy I follow, Nick Newman, the brother Roberto Blake. Then you got Think Media. You have all these YouTube channels, but their content is to help other YouTubers. But the brother Roberto Blake, he had a very good statement in one video he did. And he said this is what Roberto Blake said in a nutshell, right? He said YouTube is a lot of things to a lot of people. It's a big platform. Nothing is guaranteed. It's all hard work. Some of it is luck. Some of it's going to come down to luck, right? You're not guaranteed anything. You could be putting a lot of your best energy. It is what it is. But he said to give yourself the best possible chance. It's only a chance. To give yourself the best possible chance, you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. Put your best foot forward. Don't get lazy, right? Don't get lazy and just start throwing any trash up there. No offense. Try to keep your production or whatever it is. Try to put out the best that you can at the time. If you want to do what you can do what you can do. But try to put out your best. Don't get lazy. Put out your best that you can. Consistent. Realize it's going to be hard work. You got to be consistent. You're not owed anything. You're not guaranteed anything. And then he said this. This will really hit. He said, but a lot of people, let's be real, everybody want money, right? Everybody want money. Everybody want the whatever. A lot of people, they want big money or they want, success from putting in a hobby effort.
They want minimal effort.
That was deep. He said, you want to put in minimal effort. You want to be lazy. You want to take shortcuts. There's other things you'd rather do with your time, with your money, with your energy, instead of putting some of your extra money into YouTube and equipment. Instead of putting the time, instead of telling your people you can't hang out or that chick you can't hang out, or instead of playing these video games or doing other miscellaneous stuff, put that kind of time into this. Or even the learning of certain things, right? Hey, sometimes you're going to have to learn some stuff. You're going to school again. You got to learn how to edit. You got to learn this. You got to learn. Instead of putting time and energy and effort into it, but you expect this big money. He said, you're putting a hobby level effort, but you expect full-time check money. He said it don't work like that. If you want full-time money, first of all, it's not guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed, but to give yourself a best possible chance. If you want that, you better put that kind of work in. You want to be late. You want to be lazy. You want to do it when you feel like doing it. You don't want to give it a good effort. You put a lazy, lackluster hobby. You treat it like a hobby. You do it when you feel like it. You won't even take the time to make a proper thumbnail. You won't even edit your stuff. You want to treat it like a hobby, but you want all this money. It don't work like that. And that's real talk.
Real talk.
That's real talk. But then again, on the other side, the caveat to that, some people is not taking it that serious, right? Some people they do it. They're not pressed for money. Some people are doing very well with stocks and with crypto, or they own several businesses, right? Real life. They own businesses in real life. They own property. They own property in real life. They have money and they're already set, or they're retired. They're retired and have a damn good pension. So now with their free time, they're just making content with their free time. They don't really need the money. They're not pressed for money. Right. And so it's different for everybody. But you do that. Let's be real. You do have a segment of people who expect and looking for it. They want the YouTube money, but they don't want to put in the work.
Right, exactly. They want the big checks, but they don't want to put that grind on. You got to be on that grind. Got to be on that grind.
They want the big check, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to grind. So I'll be honest. I want the big check. I don't know how long it's going to take. Yeah, if it takes 5 years, it takes 5 years. Hopefully I can do it in like 2 or 3 years. A year would be great. This time next year, boss is swimming in the money like Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck swimming in the money. Hopefully I can do it in a year. But if it takes 2 years, it takes as long as it takes. If ever, right? I understand that. If ever. But guess what? I'm putting in the work. I damn somebody say I'm not. I damn somebody say boss is not putting in the work with 2 channels, with hundreds of videos at this point, with 150-something videos at this point, with all them damn live streams, Saturday Night Live and Friday Night Tap In, all these lives, the time of the thumbnails I put in, the editing I put in with the boop, 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 I'm putting in the work. I might not get nothing from it, and if I don't, I don't. After 10 years, will I be salty? Well, I'll worry about that in 10 years. Right now, I got to put in the work. So at
Exactly.
least I'm putting in the work. I'm trying, right? I'm trying. I'm putting in the work. I'm putting in the work so I can eventually get these YouTube checks. But a lot of people are lazy. They're lazy, but they want success. They want the success. They want lead attorney money. They want that lead attorney money, but they ain't putting in lead attorney work. They want to turn on the camera when they feel like it. They don't want to have no edited videos. They don't want to make a thumbnail. You know, they just want to just put in very minimal, lazy effort and want the money. So you have to do the work. And let's learn Spanish. I think you are prepared to do the work.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm definitely prepared to do that work.
Man, got to do that work. So thanks for telling me what's up with your channel. You said the plans you have for your channel since you recently had hit the 1,000 subscribers. Salute to you for hitting 1K subscribers. That's a milestone in itself.
Yes.
You hit 1,000 subscribers. Now you're working on the 4,000 watch hours. And you understand the fastest way to reach 4,000 watch hours is live streams.
Okay.
But also, here's the thing. Live streams is the fastest way to get the watch hours, but the way to grow the channel, you really don't grow the channel through live streams. Shout out to a certain YouTuber. I told him this, and I'm not just going to put him out there on blast like this. He's been on my channel many a times, and I tell this young brother, some of you guys might can read my mind and know who I'm talking about, but I tell this young brother, this young YouTuber who's been on my channel many a times, I say, you want to grow the channel, all you doing is live streams. The good thing is everything has a season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything has a season and a reason. The good thing is you should dare to have your watch hours by now. All them damn live streams you're doing. Live streams will get you watch hours, but live streams don't grow the channel. You know what grows the channel? Videos. Putting out videos grows the channel. It's weird, it's like that. Don't blame me. That's how YouTube is.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Videos grow your channel, but live stream gives you watch hours. So at some point you need both. And like I'm telling this young YouTuber, and you know who you are when you're watching, you're going to be watching this. You're going to be in the stream. I'm very close to seeing your name, but I'm not going to say your name. You know who you are. We had this talk, and you're going to be watching this. And after this, I'm gonna hit you on the side and tell you to watch this. I'm not really talking about you behind your back. I'm just not saying your name.
Right.
You need edited video, or even if not, okay, even if they're not edited, okay, fine. Even if they're not edited, it still got, it got to be like the video, a video upload. You need video uploads to grow the channel. And some of these guys, all they do is live stream. Okay, that's great. You're going to get watch hours, but you're not really going to grow. But it is what it is. Everybody handle it different. So I give that information to you, sir. If you want to grow your channel, you're going to have to also put out videos.
Oh, yeah.
And why are you putting out videos once a week, twice a week, whatever? Why are you putting out videos? Also go live. Put out videos and go live. Videos and go live and watch your channel grow.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Well, other than that, man, we haven't been going very, very long, but we are well over an hour. I don't necessarily want to hold you. I can keep going. I don't really know your time frame. I know you're there in country. I think you said you just have finished up some classes like earlier today, right?
Yeah, earlier today I had classes. I finished up. Yeah.
That's what's up. Shout out. Yeah, always working. You just finished up some classes. What do you have going for the rest of the day? You don't mind me asking?
That's it. I'm just going to go finish. I'm going to eat me some food. I done cooked a good meal. I'm going to eat me some of the food I cooked. I'm going to go over to this ice cream shop and get me one of my favorite desserts, a brownie with Oreo cookies and cream, ice cream on top with caramel drizzle. Ooh,
drizzle. Man, don't let me hold you from that. Man.
But if you want, before I do, Leo, I want to give, I want to drop a little bit more information about the country of Ecuador and the city of Guayaquil.
Oh,
a lot of people.
Say less, man. Say less. Like I say, I'm trying to be more cognizant and aware of people's time
Right,
and
right, right,
whatnot. So,
right.
yeah, if we can go another 15, 20, half hour, however you want to go, because it is a few more things I wanted to ask you. But I know I always ask, just give me an hour, and we've been an hour and 15 minutes. So
Right,
at
right.
this point, I'm going to turn it over to you, and continue to flesh out any last points you want to say about
Okay.
Ecuador, your travels, and your channel. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make you big. Rock out.
Okay. So, as far as is concerned with Ecuador and Colombia, South American countries, a lot of people are taking the option as far as relocating outside of the U.S. and relocating to Ecuador. One thing I find as far as the cost of living in Ecuador is twice as much as the cost of living in Colombia, as far as food is concerned and rent is concerned. Um, Here they use the U.S. dollar, so you don't have to worry about going to a money converter or money exchange location and changing your money over. But again, like I said, most things here in Ecuador is going to be about twice the price as Colombia. There's a good bank Banco de Guayaquil, and that's where I go to withdraw money out of the ATM because they give you the cheapest rate. It's $1.50 charge. With my bank, it's called Chase. No, I'm sorry, what's it called? It's called damn, I forget the name of it. I'll remember later. But anyway, they reimburse me my ATM fees at the end of every month. So that's a good thing. You want to look into go ahead and setting up a I'm sorry, it's Charles Schwab investment checking. So if you are an expat, if you are a frequent traveler and you have to use ATMs outside the USA, look up for Charles Schwab investment checking and set up an account with them because you get reimbursed all of your ATM fees. As far as transportation throughout the city, the most you would probably pay from end to end of the city of Guayaquil is $10, and that's with an in driver or Uber. Well, I didn't use Uber, I used InDriver. So there you have it. It's not that expensive, but it's definitely more expensive than Colombia. If you get on the public bus transportation system, it's only 30 cents. 30 cents. Imagine that. One way, no matter how far you go on a public bus transportation, is 30 cents. Like I said, I provide this information to go ahead and let the people consider their options and what they need to be looking at as far as relocating and living in another country. They said that this city was the most dangerous city in Ecuador. I haven't ran into any danger, thank goodness. I'm usually in the house by around 11 o'clock. I don't hang out too late, and I don't go drinking and getting sloppy drunk. I'm just not that type of person. I tend to want to be in control of my situation and circumstances, so I don't get myself too inebriated where I'm going to be out of control and someone's going to look at me as a victim or a target. Um, Parts of Guayaquil to live in would be the north part, the north end. They say the south end is dangerous. I actually live in an area downtown. I'm within walking distance of the Malecon, that big Ferris wheel that you see in all the videos about Guayaquil, and I'm right over near that way, a couple of blocks away. So that's the area of town I stay in. My Airbnb, I have actually it's a, I guess they call it a studio apartment. It's a one bedroom, one bath, and pretty decent. Here's a modern studio apartment. I have AC. I really, honestly, don't think I really even needed AC, but they were telling me that Guayaquil is a lot warmer than Medellin, Colombia. It is, but personally for me, it doesn't get that hot. I don't use the AC all the time. I may use the AC, like turn the fan on at night so it has a constant sound because being downtown, you have to be careful if you're downtown area. If you're a person who doesn't like noise or can't tolerate noise, it can get pretty noisy. Now, the good thing is it's not too noisy where I am to disturb any of my classes. So I don't know if you can hear Big Boss. Can you hear the traffic or anything like that? Any background noise?
Not at the moment, but earlier I did.
Okay,
So
okay.
it wasn't very overpowering, but I was able to hear it here and now.
Okay, yeah. So that's going to be an issue that you if you're like working online like me and you have to do our classes, That may be the thing you want to be concerned with. Let's see. There are, let me see, one, two, three different. So far, I've found three different food grocery store chains: Tia, Mi Comisario, and Aquí. So those are the three different grocery stores. The cheapest and the most economic is going to be Aquí. So if you find a grocery store called Aquí, AKI, that's going to be the best bang for your buck when you're buying your groceries. Like I said, I'm looking at this not on a vacation issue, but I'm looking at it as a relocating. So of course, I'm going to have to be buying groceries and cooking, providing sustenance for myself. So I found the most economic store would be Aquí, and then next comes Mi Comisario, and then the most expensive is going to be Tia, TIA, and that's like a chain of grocery stores here in Guayaquil, Ecuador. I plan on taking a trip out to the beach town called Salinas. That's about a 2.5 hour bus ride. I think the bus costs like $6 US one way. So I'll be going to the beach and checking that out. And another thing I want to mention was, as far as, because a lot of times people, they'll ask me, hey, what type of Spanish should I learn? Because it's different Spanish. Well, no, it's not different Spanish. It's different accents. It's different colloquial terms and different jargon. My foundational base of Espanol is I first started learning as far as going to the Dominican Republic. I lived in Colombia for a number of years, so now I have an influence of Colombian jargon and the cadence of how Colombian people speak. So my ears tuned in. But here, coming to Guayaquil, Ecuador, I had no problem communicating with the people and understanding what they're saying. I can definitely hear that they have a way different accent from the people in the Colombia, Dominican Republic, and the Caribbean Spanish. But it's not like, oh, I can't understand what they're saying. So that's one thing I wanted to point out as well. Did you have any questions for me, man?
Not necessarily, other than you kind of oh wow, that's deep. Not necessarily. The questions I have. My questions, man. So
you're looking at maybe 20 US.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why I love you. Pause.
20,
that's why I love you. You know where Bossy Boss mine is, man.
Yeah, 20
I'm
US.
it up.
20 US.
20 US. Yeah, that's Bossy Boss numbers right there. Okay. Hey, now the live stream is starting. An hour and 20 minutes in. Now the live stream is starting, man.
Yeah, so that's what it's going to be around the town. From the word on the streets is 20 US. Yeah, like I said, they use the US dollar here, so you don't have to worry about converting your money over.
Okay, so they use a US dollar,
right?
But it's not Americanized. They're not going to hit you over the head like, well, okay, so you said okay,
and that's a good thing.
In your two countries, okay, in your short list of countries, because you have to find places to live outside of Colombia for at least 6 months. So you're looking at countries on the short list. Ecuador, where you at? You said that when you leave there, you're going to be looking at Brazil and Panama.
Right.
You said not Costa Rica, because Costa Rica a little too Americanized. But you also said Panama. You do know in Panama they take the American dollar, right?
Right, they take the US dollar in Panama too.
And I haven't been, a layover, that don't count because I didn't even leave the airport. I didn't. Matter of fact, a layover when on my last trip from Colombia, or trip before last, Bogota, Colombia through Panama back to the States. But Panama, US dollar. Right. You are not concerned about, so obviously is Panama, they're not Americanized. They have our canal. They have the canal there. What are the prices like in Panama? You're not concerned about that?
Well, I haven't from what I hear, I haven't been to Panama as of yet. From what I hear, it's definitely going to be a lot more expensive. And really the only reason why I'm going to Panama is because a brother of mine, infrastructure. And he was and a brother of mine in the States was talking about going to Panama with me when I come back
Okay.
to the States. He was talking about, hey, I want to take a trip and I might want to go to Panama. So I said, okay, well, if you're going to go down there, let's take a look and take a look what it's hitting for. See what it's hitting for.
Right. And then worse kind of worse, right? You're checking it out. If you stay a month, you stay a month. You don't necessarily have to go back.
Right. Exactly.
So even at that, you experienced it. It's something you can write it off the list,
Right.
off the bucket
Exactly.
list. One more experience, for a travel bro. It's one more stamp in a passport. It's one more experience. You write it off. And if you don't really like it for the reason, you don't have to go back and you've been there.
Exactly.
Or you could be pleasantly surprised and
I'm coming back. Right.
Right. So you don't really lose per se.
No, you don't lose.
That's what's up. But yeah, for Bossy Boss, I'll be put off. I'll just be put off. Anywhere that takes the US dollar, I'm giving you the side eye.
Yeah, I did too. I
it's
did
a
too.
red flag. Who you with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the same thing I was thinking when I found out about Ecuador taking the US dollar. I was giving it the side eye. But I was like, but then I said, okay, I'll give it a try. Worst case scenario, I'll just bounce back to Colombia, then I'll bounce to the States, and then reassess my game plan again.
Ooh, I hear it now. I hear that sound.
Yeah, you heard that sound, right? Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. But did I ask you, have you ever been to Brazil yet? You haven't?
No, I haven't been to Brazil yet, bro.
Man,
from what I hear from Brazil.
Prepare for your mind to be. You know what? I want to go with you. So when are you thinking about going to Brazil?
Let me see.
I know it's possible, but like, what is one plan? Plan A for Brazil or plan B?
Let's see. Plan A, plan B. Let's see. Brazil would be summer of next year.
Okay.
And then plan B for Brazil would be, let me see, we're at October this year.
Ooh. I know I probably couldn't do the plan B this year. Damn. But plan A for next year, I probably can do it.
So yeah. But it'll be, like I said, it'll be once I get a feel for it and see how it is, it's going to be definitely a 6-month stint until I get that visa to stay the whole year. My thing is now
you can stay there 6 months. So worst kind of worst, like not to cut you off, worst kind of worst, it'll fill the bill. It would even out to Colombia.
Right. Exactly.
Shout out to Jordan. That's what Jordan did. Jordan, he pushed his 6 months all at one time. I remember. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Jordan. He did it. He pushed his 6 months all at one time. He went. He stayed out full 6 months. He had to get his butt up out of there, and that's when he went to Africa.
Okay. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as far as Brazil, and the only reason I would say right now while I'm putting off is like I said, I'm just started learning Portuguese. I want to be able to flow a little bit in Portuguese and make it better because
you're gonna be ready.
One thing I definitely had to say was when I coming to Ecuador, because I speak the language, it made my smooth transition that much easier. It made me feel just that much comfortable. If you can't, I understand it's very difficult if you don't speak the language and you go to a country and it's like, okay, how do I get here? How do I get there? What I need to call, what I need to communicate with, and you got to find a translator or something like that. Yeah, I understand that. So I want to be able to better my experience with Brazil. So I'm learning Portuguese. And I want to be able to, get a little bit of more Portuguese under my belt before I go to Brazil. But if not, I'll be all right with the Spanish because
yes,
with Portuguese and Spanish, it has some of the same concepts. Some of the vocabulary is the same, and the word structure is the same, and verb conjugation is the same. And
you said word conjugation.
Yeah, verb conjugation is the same.
Verb conjugation.
Right. So that's simply changing the end of the verb to match the pronoun. So what that mean? Okay, so let's look at the verb to be, right?
Let's look at it.
To be. So I am, right? We say I am. We don't say I is. Then we say you are.
You are.
Then you have he or she is. It is. So we have am, are, is. Now that's a conjugation of the same verb to be.
Okay.
You don't say I be happy. You say I am happy. You don't say You want to say you be
Well,
happy.
some people do say that. Well, back in the day down south, I be chilling.
Yeah,
I be stroking. I be stroking.
Yeah, unfortunately, some people do talk like that. But that's one thing I'm understanding as far as Portuguese and Spanish. Spanish, you say you have, I see, 6 endings for the pronoun. In Portuguese, you have o, as, a, amos, e, am. O, as, a, amos, am. You have 5. So you have one less for Portuguese.
Okay.
So let me break it down with what I'm saying I'm understanding. Okay, so to say hablar in Portuguese, you say falar. Hablar means to speak. So you say eu falo português. Falo, eu falo.
Follow.
Or you
Speak.
say tu falas português. Or you say você fala português. Ela fala português. Nós falamos português.
Portuguese.
And that concept is the same in Spanish. Now, I'm not an expert on Portuguese, so I'm not going to be pronouncing it perfectly, but it's going to take me a lot faster of time to pick up compared to if someone who did not have language structure in their mind like that.
Yes. That's what's up. Yeah, if anybody can learn it fast, it's going to be you, because again, you already know a second language other than English, Spanish, and me, you are a master level of Spanish. Hence, you teach it, which is one of the things that we call you, Sensei. Who do you remember? Who gave you that nickname? I think I know, but who gave you that nickname first?
Sensei. Take one guess. See if you know. See if you can guess.
Okay, I think it's OW.
Boom, there it is. That's who it was. OW. He was like, "What's up, Sensei?"
Shout out to OW here to bring trouble to. I need to get OW back on again, man. Shout out to OW.
Up, man. I ain't heard from
he
him
said he drive trucks now, right?
Oh, okay. So I gotta hit him up, man. I had good times with that brother out in Colombia. That's a real cool brother.
He's one of your so he's one of your students, correct?
Yeah, he was one of the students at one point in time. Yeah, he was taking class with me. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to OW, one of your students, and of course to me, one of your famous students to me is Vinny Hustle. Shout out to Vinny Hustle.
Goodness, yeah. If anybody's a walking commercial for the program that I have and the results, talk to Vinny Hustle.
He's a guy from Oakland. Shout out to Vinny Hustle from Oakland, California. Vinny is from the town. Vinny's from Oakland, but he took Spanish classes from the main Let's Learn Spanish. Now he lives in the Dominican Republic in the DR. Shout out to Vinny Hustle, who was also on the channel, featured once. He said Vinny Hustle is a walking commercial.
That's right.
Let's Learn Spanish.
Living proof. That's right. Living proof.
Man.
You want them receipts? Talk to him.
I tell you, I'm gonna do it, man. My only thing is time, because I don't want to wait. I don't want to waste nobody's time. I'm not gonna say. I only want to put this same sentence with you, so I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. But time, I don't want to waste time with no one, because I know of my time, and as it was, I had to stop, and I hate it. I had to stop, and technically, let me be honest, I didn't really have to, right? I didn't have to, but so I'm gonna take the half out. I stopped taking Portuguese classes with Carol. Shout out to Carol. I stopped taking classes with her, and I stopped many months ago. If I'd have kept going, I'd be at a higher level than I am now, right? Especially with the regression. Like you say, sometimes it's like riding bike, especially before you get to a certain threshold. Now, once you get to a certain threshold, you can kind of hold it. But even then, you need to still utilize it. Exactly. But if you haven't quite got to the certain threshold, you're really going to lose it.
Right, exactly.
So in my mind, I was doing very well, and I do have a notebook or two full of notes. And she gave me a lot of homework, and I still got the printouts on the homework, so I can kind of go back over. I got the apps on my phone. Every now and again, I watch some YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, some YouTube Portuguese stuff. But I really need to restart my Portuguese classes period, and most likely with her, with Carol. But here it is. I didn't even commit and finish that, so I don't want to start. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
at some point, boss always talk about making excuses. Boss is gonna have to hold himself accountable, and boss is gonna have to stop making excuses and just pull the trigger and do it.
Do it. Do
Gotta
it.
do
Just
it.
do it, man. Do it.
Just do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Yes, sir. Man, I didn't notice. My little light went out. Oh
Uh-oh.
man, I didn't quite know because I have the other lights going on at my red light. So I see the little red tint hitting off of it. I said it should be brighter than that. Then I have my blue light here, a red light here, and see. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of stuff going on right here. Red and blue. And then my lights on me here. And then boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah. But that man, there's the wiring. I gotta mess with the wiring on this. I'll worry about it later. Yeah, man. Good stuff, good stuff. Now we really had an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you answered my question. What it hit for? You say $20 make you holla.
Change for some change.
Man, listen. So casas. Do they have casas? Do they have houses? Or is it they invite you? You gotta invite them to your spot.
They do. They do both.
Oh, they do. So they have establishments.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
They have establishments. But okay. That's what's up. And then their establishments, are they like a combination of like a bar, like a drinking bar and a club with rooms, or is it like just the establishment?
They got a combination,
Combination.
Yeah.
That's a lot of places are like that. Yeah, where it's more like a bar, like a drinking bar with maybe a dance floor and a drinking bar, and they also have rooms in the back or upstairs.
Right.
And in some places, there ain't no bars. As you walk in, it's a couch. You sit down and you pick on the back room. Ain't no damn bar. Hey, if you got a drink, hey, you want to be here? So they got kind of both. And of course, do they have? Is there strips, or is there little red light areas or strips where certain streets where the girls would hang out, chilling, and walk, or is it indoors discreet? Is there any strips?
No, it got strips. Yeah, this is South America. Yeah, of course.
Hey, yeah. Okay. Now my next question: they seem to be everywhere else. Are there any Venezuelans there?
Yeah. Everywhere you go in South America,
they're going to be
Venezuelans. Right. Exactly. Even in Brazil.
And so the Venezuelans are pretty much going to charge about the same because it's competition, or they want to charge a few dollars more? Because I know what I'm worth.
No. They don't. Yeah, they don't get silly like that, man.
Right.
Oh, that's
I know what I'm worth. You seen the local women? You seen me? There's a difference. You're gonna pay. So what I heard, I don't know. What I heard in Lima, Peru, is a little bit of that there. Not a crazy night and day difference, but I hear it's a little upcharge tax from the Venezuelans because they look at the local Peruvians, how are they built and shaped, and look at me. If you want me, I'm a few dollars more. That's what I heard. Again, I don't want to speak like confidently on stuff I haven't witnessed myself. But I heard that more than once from multiple different people. So I doubt 5 or 6 people all lying. Multiple people said the same thing in Lima, Peru, because the average women looked the way they look. Shout out to them. There's no body shaming, but I'm just saying a fact, because the average Lima, Peruvian lady have a certain look and build, and then the Venezuelans step on the scene. The Venezuelans will ask a little bit higher price than a local Peruvian.
Well, there you have it. That should tell you all right there. Now, for as far as Lima, Peru is concerned, I don't know. Having it when I went there, I was there for 2 weeks. I didn't dibble and dabble in anything except for when I got there, I was just waiting my time out, doing my videos, and waiting to get out of there. That's how much I was ready to leave Lima, Peru.
That's how much you ready to leave.
I was I got there on a Monday. I was ready to try to change my ticket to leave on that Thursday.
Whoa, golly!
But then I said, "Damn! I mean, I already got the other route, other leg of my flight. It's going to cost me just about as much as it would cost me to buy one way. So if I change it, I might as well not." I said, "Okay, I'll just sit here and sit down and just enjoy Peru and the experience." But yeah, when I got there on Monday, I was honestly ready to leave by Thursday with Peru, Lima, Peru.
Shout out to Check in Effect, friend of the channel. Shout out to Flyboy Way. Shout out to all these YouTubers. Okay.
Boots on the ground when it comes to boots on the ground, come Lima, Peru.
Certain YouTubers know how to make any place look good.
I mean, like I said, they'll show you maybe 20, 30 beautiful women, but what is that in the population size,
Certain YouTubers are very skilled with editing and angles and propaganda. They can make anything look good.
Right.
Like I say, exactly. I was literally I was there with Flyboy Way in Mexico. I was with him in Tulum and Playa del Carmen in Cancun. I was there. I saw what he saw. And I see his videos. His videos is lit. I'm like, was I on the same trip? Hey, man. Hey, magic. YouTube magic, man. YouTube magic. But okay, I will say, though, towards the end of that trip, they ended up Playa del Carmen. Oh, man. He had a baddie. Broke the bank. Hey, but hey, everybody moved different. Hey, shout out. Yeah, it's all good. So, yeah, Check in Effect. Shout out to Check in Effect. Then they're pushing 200K pretty soon. He came on my channel in January. Like when you just recently reached your 1,000. A few weeks ago, I reached my 1,000 early this year in January. And for my 1,000th celebration, I had Check in Effect on. And Check in Effect had 68K. I remember the exact number. He had 68.5 because I made a screenshot of it and I shared it. So I remember in January, he had 68.5. 1 month later, that 68 turned to 100K.
Wow.
And now in June, he's pushing 150. He's like 147, 150. I'm sure he'd be at 200 by the end of the year. 200K. Shout out to Check in Effect, friend of the channel. When Check in Effect went to Lima, Peru, he made it look lit.
Yeah.
But I talked to other people on the ground. I'm like, well, what's going on? Shout out to YouTubers, man. Hey, man. Hey, but you know what? Brazil was always dope, though. Brazil is for real.
All right.
Brazil up. Brazil is dope. Check in Effect's video in Brazil, especially when Check be doing the favela stuff. Man, shout out to Check. Man, even with Check Go, I say that with Check, he goes off the unbeaten path, man.
Okay.
He goes to these countries. He go in the hood of these countries, Colombia, all these places. Check goes in the hood, and when Check is in Brazil, Check goes to favelas. Okay, and so shout out to Check in Effect and his Brazil footage.
Okay, cool.
But that Lima, Peru, yeah. Yeah, man. So, but you say so the Ecuador, where you at now? Ecuador, the women are a half a step above Lima, Peru. The Ecuador.
I would say 2 steps above.
Or 2 steps. Golly. Well, all right. But for $20 and for $20 to make you holler? So getting back to that, yeah. So, okay. We're going to unpack that before I let you go. Hold on. Lima, Peru. If you remember, what was the average price in Lima, Peru? Do you remember?
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I didn't even.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was that disappointed. I didn't even investigate.
Shout out to Check and Effect. Okay, so whatever the price was in Lima, Peru, whatever the regular price in Lima, Peru, the Venezuelans were charging a little bit more
I could
because
see
they
that.
said, "Do you see them?" And now
I
you
could
see
see
me.
that. I could see
Okay,
that.
so in Ecuador, you say Ecuador is about 2 steps above Lima, Peru, 2
Yes.
steps for 20, and with the 2 steps, you also have Venezuelans, but the Venezuelans don't play that game there. They don't play that. Well, I need more than them. They're going to be about the same.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, that tells me something too, inadvertently. Okay, Ecuador. Now, Mr. Spanish speaker, the city you in, you told me, whatever you told me the name, you had to repeat it.
Guayaquil.
You know, huh?
Guayaquil.
Guayaquil. You know Spanish, easier for you. For someone who don't know Spanish all like that and they on their phone, how, because you know how some South American countries, especially in tourist areas, because they're used to Americans, they're used to tourists, and it's set up for the tourist money, you'll be kind of okay because in that area, it's a tourist trap and they want your gringo ass to come there, right? So
Right.
it would be kind of, but then some places it's not set up like that. So you can go there. You can go there if you want. You can jump off the porch if you want, but you're going to be walking around like not communicating. So for a person who don't speak Spanish like that, and I'm only armed with my phone, how difficult is it in the city where you at?
Oh.
Or do you advise getting your Spanish up before you go there? We know
Okay.
you're good. You're like a
Yeah.
Jedi. You can move anywhere. You can move anywhere. But for someone who doesn't have your Spanish skills,
Okay, so a couple of friends of mine, they came to visit, and we ran into a person who spoke some English. She was working at the Metro Cable cars. So they spoke English there. But other than that, I don't hear too many. I was at the Malecon. I did hear some travelers who were speaking English. I saw 2 groups of travelers who were speaking English. So other than the travelers, I don't hear too many local people speaking English.
wow, yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, you going if you come here and you don't speak Spanish, you're gonna find some challenges, or you might do good with your translator on your phone.
Shout out to Razor Ray. He cracked me up, man. As much as his butt loves Cartagena.
Got the head up.
I talked to Ray. I said, "What's up with the Spanish?" He said, "Yeah, boss. I'm gonna learn it, man. But I'm good with my translator. I'm nice with the translator, boss. I got the translator, boss. I'm good. I'm nice with it." I said, "Yeah, that's good for a crunch. That's good for emergency. But what about learning? Ah, man. Hey, man, I'm good with this." I said, "Okay, Mr. Cartagena."
Got the head up.
Cartagena. Shout out to Razor Rays, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. So I like the $20. And I like it with what you like, right? The internet, the infrastructure. I won't really be there long enough for medical because again, you're looking at it from the mind frame of staying there long term, months and
Right.
months on end. At best, I would do 10 days at best. Probably 5 days, 5, 7, 12, 10 days. 10 days, it doesn't have to be that, it can be a certain way for 10 days. But when you're looking at something for long term, you really got to get, focus, get deep with it. Okay. Well, the good thing is eventually I will get my Spanish up one day. And once I get my Spanish up, again, a commercial for you, Let's Learn Spanish. When you get your Spanish, or any language, but right now we're going to say Spanish. When you get your Spanish up, it literally does open up other places. Duh, it's supposed to.
Right.
Okay, just like I said about YouTube, and everything is what you're going to put in, right, at the time of, and I get it, we all have different things and different priorities at the time, even if we put things off down the road, a lot of people, myself included, in some things, right? Hypocrite, myself included. A lot of people, we want the easy way. We want the maximum benefit for minimum amount of effort and minimum amount of work. Like I went on my rant earlier about YouTube. You want the big YouTube check. You want big YouTube money, but you don't want to put in no YouTube work. People are like that with these countries we go to, man. They want the best the country has to offer. The best women, the best food, the best interactions. They want the best the country have to offer, and your ass can't even speak the language. You can't interact with the people. You can't express your deep thoughts. I'm good with the translator, boss. Okay. You can't really get deep connection with the translator. You know, but you want the best high level best from the country, but you don't want to put no time and effort in to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am guilty of that myself. Okay. I am guilty of that. Real talk. Big boss, real talk, accountability. That being said, it's incumbent upon people to take time and learn. Learn Spanish from Let's Learn Spanish TV or someone else, but I'm biased, so I'm going to say from Let's Learn Spanish.
Right, come on. Exactly.
Learn it before you go. Brazil. I've been 4 times, and I don't speak Portuguese like that. I'm on my razor rate. I got the translator, boss. You know, but really, I should, and I will eventually. Now, Thailand, I love Thailand. Now, I'm gonna be real. Now, this is where boss is gonna be a hypocrite. I don't plan to learn Thai all like that. I might learn a few phrases, sodi kra, sodi kreb, all that. But I'm just gonna be honest, right? At least for now. Who knows? Maybe I might evolve. And by the time, again, I'm speaking to the future with the Doctor Strange time stone. When this air, I will be in Thailand. So who knows? Maybe I'll pick up some new words by the time this air, right? I got a couple weeks. But to be honest, I don't plan to get deep with learning Thai. I don't plan to get deep with learning Thai or get deep with learning Arabic. You know, shout out to them. It's all good.
Right.
My focus is going to be when I'm ready, right? When I'm ready to really take on the challenges and learn the other language. My next 2 languages, Portuguese and Spanish. Portuguese and Spanish. It's going to be my next 2 languages. Maybe in the future I might learn some Mandarin Chinese. Who knows? But right now, Portuguese and Spanish. Portuguese and Spanish. And my Spanish most likely is going to come from Let's Learn Spanish TV. Yes, sir, man. We rocked. We did it. We down there 2 hours.
Yes,
so at
sir.
this point, I gotta hold you for a few more minutes just to make it an even 2 hours. We went this long, man.
Okay.
I gotta hold
7 more minutes because I'm getting hungry now.
You get hungry like a crocodile. You gotta eat and get the ice cream
and the dessert
with the brownies and
the brownies and the caramel drizzle.
Caramel. Oh man, you gonna make me get some ice cream.
Yo, listen, man. That joint is lovely. I know she recognized me because I've been going back there. Every time I come there, she starts laughing at me and say, "Yo sé que tú quieres. Yo sé que tú quieres." I mean, like you see.
Wow, that's what's up. Well, I can hold. I can let you go, bro. Because like I say, I gotta remember, even though this is not live. Even when I let you go, it's still gonna be going. I cook and gas by myself, and run it out. Only got a few more minutes for the 2 hours, and more than likely, now that I think about it, in the time I'm speaking into the future. Matter of fact, I don't know. I say that, who knows what might be happening? Because now this is future talk, right? Because it would be this is going to air on a Saturday night for you guys. It's going to be Sunday morning-ish, almost afternoon for me. Who knows what little thing I already did the night before and might still have over, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm out there, anything goes. Ain't no telling what Jack told Helen. You know, so I say that because I was about to say, yeah, so stay tuned. Right after this, I'm going live. But in like a week or 2 from now, in real time, I'm in Thailand. something done spent the night and like, hey, you might still
Hey,
do that too. Who knows? Right? Who knows, man? But other than that, I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna
all
rock
right
out
now.
myself. I know you said you're hungry. You want
Yeah,
to eat. You want to eat your dinner and get to your dessert before they close.
right,
So
right.
thank you for coming on. Again, any secondary last words? One more time.
That's right. Listen, travel, enjoy life. You only got one life to live, so enjoy it. Make your travel experiences better if you take up learning a second language, no matter what type of language it is. Take up that second language and you learn it and you travel to that place, your experience will be 10 times better. I guarantee it.
Boom. He said 10 times better. And yeah, that is should be common sense and obvious, right? I mean, with everything is communication. Once you learn the language of the country you're going to, and you really learn the language, you can communicate. Even if you had in previous trips, you've been going for a while, once you really learn the language and you can really communicate and connect, it will elevate your trip to a better level with everything. And a lot of time prices come down for a lot of stuff. You know, prices come down as your language skills goes up. Okay, okay. Other than that, I'm gonna thank you, Sensei. Thank you for
Thank you
coming
for
on.
having me.
I'm gonna see you in the chat. You know what it is. You'll come on again after this. I don't think it'll be. You're always welcome. You're a friend of the channel, but
Okay.
I think we're gonna go from featured interviews to you just being a co-host at this point.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll come
Yes,
with some
sir.
good questions. I'll come with some good questions to dig out the information for the audience.
Right. And then also real fast too is as you already said and as you already know, I'm just reiterating, when you really start integrating and launching your own live streams, you
Mhm.
no offense. I'm glad I got you 4 times. I got you 4 times, man. I got you 4 times. But you might have to be a little more selfish with your time because you're gonna have to develop, your own live streams.
Right, right.
And you might have to cook for an hour, 2 or 3 hours. Cause again, you saw my come up. You saw all them long ass, but all them long ass live streams,
Uh-huh.
dude. I got my 4,000 watch hours in 4 months.
Oh, wow.
I got the watch hour before I got the 1,000 subscribers. Mine was backwards.
Oh, wow.
I got
Okay.
4,000 watch hours in 4 months, and then it took
Okay.
me another month to get 1,000 subscribers.
Okay. All
But that
right.
was live. That was long ass live streams. So you, sir, as you work on your channel and put out edited videos, also as you put out
Mhm.
edited videos, do your live streams, and you're gonna do it, man. I'm gonna let you go. Have a good
All
night.
right. Thank you. Peace.
Peace in the Middle East, and there it is. Let's Learn Spanish TV in the building. He answered the call of the boss. He answered the summons. Boss summoned him. I say, yo, the man, I need you, man. I need to fill a slot. This shit like TV, man. This shit is like a TV station. Yeah, man, my light is really out. It's the wiring. I gotta mess with the wiring. It's okay. It'll be on by my next stream. But that's what it is. Yeah. So, a little transparency. I have another pre-recorded I'm doing later tonight. That's also going to air. Hey, man, bossy boss always thinking, man. You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm going to be on vacation. And I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks. And for those 2 weeks, I need the 2 Saturdays. I need them locked up at least for a couple hours. And what I most likely will do, even though I'm gonna have these pre-recorded, bullets in the gun, preloaded bullets in the gun, cocked and loaded for these 2 Saturdays, pre-recorded. Also probably go live in the daytime of Thailand, nighttime for you within that slot. My freaking time slot, unless I'm very preoccupied, because again, I am on vacation too, right? So it depends. We'll see. But either way, I thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Um, It's still, the pre-record is still a little weird because my mind is jumping back and forth, talking to the cameras. You know, as YouTubers and people who do this already see, it can be a little weird already talking into the camera and not looking at yourself on the screen. I'm looking at myself on the screen. Now I'm looking at the camera, talking to a camera who's on the other side of the camera if it's live. And then you're interacting with people live at the same time, even if it's different time zone, it's still live. They're typing in the chat versus doing it, doing a video that you know is not live. It's not even intended to be live. You're doing a video, an edited video that's going to go up, whatever. But then you have the pre-recorded live. So it's obviously it's not live, and it's not like a vlog video. It's kind of supposed to be live, but it's not. So then when you speak, and then you know in your mind you're going to schedule it for like 2 weeks later, you kind of think what's going to happen and going to happen within the 2 weeks, and you talk, oh yeah, it gets crazy. But it's still Bossy Boss. It's still Big Boss Real Talk. We still had the main Let's Learn Spanish TV, right? Very good conversation. Again, the main Let's Learn Spanish. This is his 4th time. Time number 4, being a featured guest. After this, I don't think I'm going to feature him no more. He's just going to be a co-host like Razor Ray. Shout out to the main Let's Learn Spanish. Again, make sure you go subscribe to his channel, the main Let's Learn Spanish. Even on the subscription, which is free, press the button and subscribe. You can learn little sayings and learn little Spanish just from subscribing to his channel. Now, will you be super proficient just from following? Probably not, in all honesty. But you can learn. You can actually learn the fundamentals. You can learn some basics from following along on his YouTube. But if you want to be proficient, then hit him up and take classes. He has group classes where you can join the group for a cheaper rate, or you can pay a little bit more and have a one-on-one, and you can learn faster. In his travel community, you know, this is what we do, right? It's not like I'm talking to a different niche of people that's into something else. If you follow me, most likely you're a traveler. And let's be real, there's a few countries that we all tend to go to, right? So if you know you're going to keep going back and forth to these countries for the foreseeable future, might as well invest in yourself and learn Spanish from somebody. And I'm going to be biased. I say take classes from the main Let's Learn Spanish. Invest in yourself, pay some money, learn some Spanish from Let's Learn Spanish. Subscribe to his channel. That's what it is. Big Boss Real Talk. When this airs, I'm going to be in Thailand, and maybe I'll probably go live right after it. But if I don't, I don't. But I will be doing live stream. Now I'm really talking to the future. I will be doing live streams while I'm in Thailand in the daytime or nighttime, but whatever. It is what it is. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Hey, be real. I was trying to run out the clock. I'm over 2 hours. So Bossy Boss is good. That's what it is. Thank you, guys. Big Boss, Real Talk. Saturday night, almost live, pre-recorded, even though this is filmed on a Sunday afternoon, 2 weeks. Well, it is what it is. Big Boss. Peace. Man. Oh, man. No theme music this time, but you know what it is. Peace. Boss. Oakland.